The holidays are upon us, and Thanksgiving's here. Nothing says Thanksgiving like turkey and friends.
We're having a little party.
A little get-together where we all make some food.
We're going to show you how to make a turkey, and then show you what to do with the leftovers.
So with the turkey, this is a recipe that Curtis did. He added in a whole bunch of vegetables into the turkey pan.
And the cavity.
And the cavity of the turkey.
It makes a delicious vegetable melody as a side. A lot of people like to do stuffing.
Oh, yeah, bitch.
Oh, God.
You know, you can make stuffing as a separate dish. The vegetable melody and the vegetables cooking inside the turkey bring out that flavor.
Oh, no!
That the vegetables are supposed to provide. And it's got a garlic herb butter in the pan from buttering the turkey and injecting it so much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, it's so vascular. Oh.
It's so vascular.
It's like fucking Vince McMahon, how he looks at a wrestler.
Everybody does their turkey differently. For my version, getting an injector and a baster is key. I like to inject the turkey frequently with its own broth, butter, flavoring inside the pan to keep it moist and to inject it with that flavor.
You really enjoy injecting the turkey with some hot juices.
It's my favorite pastime. www.turkeyinjector.com. Trust me.
Perfect. All right.
That was perfect.
After cooking and carving the turkey, save the bones and carcass. Break the carcass so it will fit into a large crock pot or soup pot. Put all the drippings in there and fill it up with water until it completely covers everything. Adding additional garlic, onions, and seasoning are optional. Let it cook on low overnight, and when you wake up, it'll be all done. Remove the bones and strip off any additional meat. Filter the broth through a mesh sieve and let it cool in a refrigerator for a few hours until it becomes gelatinous and the bad fat surfaces. Now scrape off the layer of fat and you'll be left with a lot of delicious stock. Let's start off with an easy, rich, and delicious dish called Tortolini and Brodo. Boil store-bought or freshly rolled tortellini in the turkey broth for the desired al dente texture. In a bowl, place a thin slice of butter on the bottom, pour the broth that you cooked the tortellini in, and then place the pasta in. Top it with some fresh Parmesan, some turkey meat, and fresh parsley or green onions. What's left is a rich and smooth soup that will warm you right up. Turkey risotto is another great and simple dish. Start off with dicing one onion. Dice up garlic. And then a bit of mushrooms to taste. In a saucepan, place a 1/4 tablespoon of butter. Add in the onions, garlic, and mushrooms. Alongside your pan, simmer the turkey broth. Once the onions caramelize, add in the arborio rice with some butter and let that cook until the rice gets a nutty smell. Don't burn it. Add in a 1/2 cup of dry white wine to deglaze the pan and start cooking the rice. Now slowly add in a ladle of broth at a time and sweat the rice. What you want to do here is keep it at a constant medium simmer. When the rice absorbs some of the stock, add some more in until it's almost fully cooked. Now add in a handful of your leftover turkey, season it with salt and pepper. Add some Parmesan Romano and Asiago cheese to make a creamy delight. What's Thanksgiving without some leftover corn? I had some frozen corn that I added in the risotto, which makes this a full-on Thanksgiving leftover meal in its own. Risotto is a star dish by itself. It's savory, full of flavor, and especially with that homemade turkey broth, it's such a great ooey gooey dish. If you want to use up a lot of the soup broth, soups are a great way to do so. Fresh homemade ramen is so satisfying. You can heat up the broth and cook some fresh ramen noodles. But let's do this 100% legit. Let's make the secret ingredient, the aroma oil. Start by dicing up a bunch of green onions. Now a few cloves of garlic. In a small saucepan, add in the veggies and fill it up with vegetable oil. Add in some red pepper flakes for spice if you want to, and leave this on a low simmer. While that's simmering, let's start the tare. In a small pot, add in 1.5 cups of water. Put some dashi soup base in it. Add 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of mirin, 1 teaspoon of sugar, a pinch of MSG, and let that boil. Don't forget to stir your aroma oil. Now that the tare is boiling, let that simmer and reduce it down a bit. That way the flavors all condense down. Now that the aroma oil has simmered for about 1/2 hour, the onion should be a brown color. In a bowl or a container, strain the oil and set it aside. In your serving bowl, spoon in 1/2 cup of tare and 1/2 cup of aroma oil, and then fill it with a few ladles of the turkey broth. Now place your fresh cooked noodles in. Top this with a shoyu marinated soft boiled egg, some chopped up green onions, turkey meat, and whatever toppings you might want like corn, carrots, whatever will make this delicious meal more satisfying.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah?
That's so good.
Yeah.
It's just so warm. And just like on a cold November day, it's just the perfect thing, dude.
Nice.
I'm going to show you how to do mini pot pies. Dice up carrots into smaller chunks. Dice up 3 stalks of celery into smaller pieces. Mince up a whole onion. Dice some garlic and then cut up a few mushrooms for flavor. Lastly, cut up 1 potato into small cubes. In an oiled soup pot, add in the vegetables except for the potato and let this all cook. Add in a bunch of leftover turkey meat, salt and pepper to taste. Add in 2 tablespoons of butter and let it steam for about 5 to 10 minutes. Stir occasionally. Now add 2/3 of a cup of heavy cream or 1/2 and 1/2, that's whichever is your preference. Add in 2 cups of turkey broth. Now you can add in the potatoes. And I added my minced mushrooms in now. Add some frozen peas and corn. And a dash of nutmeg, a touch of chicken bouillon powder for more umami flavor, and some cayenne pepper for spice. Once this comes to a boil, your veggies are cooked. Add in 2 tablespoons of flour and let it rest. Here we're gonna do some pre-made country biscuits. In a greased cupcake pan, roll out each biscuit flat and place it into the sheet. Spoon in the pot pie soup and top it with some grated cheddar cheese. Now fold over the dough and close the biscuit. It should resemble a dumpling. You just want to make sure it's completely sealed. Bake them per the directions on the biscuit package. You have pot pie filled biscuits. They're almost like savory muffins. Now for my favorite of the two options. We're going to use traditional pie crust. You can use a pre-made frozen one, or you can make your own. Roll it out and cut it into circles using a glass or a wide lid. Place it in the grease cupcake tin. Spoon in the fillings. Add a second circular pie crust top and try to push it down to the seams of the dough meat. Give them a good egg wash for a golden brown look and bake them per the directions on the package. Make sure you watch it for the perfect bake. These suckers are great for a meal on the go, and 3 or 4 of them on a plate make a filling meal. Enjoy! Make sure you like and subscribe, and comment to tell me which ones you have made.